Good morning and welcome back. I am in Iceland. It's Thursday, December the 13th, at about 4:30 AM and I'm at Keflavik Airport in Reykjavik, basically. And I'm exhausted. It's halfway through a travel day. I'm on my way back to London and, oh my God, nightmare flight. My seat didn't even exist on the plane, so they had to give me another one. That always happens. Well, not always, but quite a lot. But yeah, I'm going back to London, so I wanted to cover a bit of my going back to London, talk a bit about how I feel about going back to London, and also a bit of information about airports in London if you are coming to London yourself, which might be useful. So let me find somewhere to sit down. My shoulder is falling off because of this bag. Calm, David, calm. Smile. Right, let's sit down. Welcome to Iceland. I found these really nice seats with like these little table things, so I can put my tripod up like that, so it's not all shaky. Amazing. So firstly, how do I feel about going back to London? So if you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I left the UK about 750 something days ago to travel full time, teach online, digital nomad, all that malarkey. And I went back to London briefly last year, which is when I did my TEFL to start teaching English. And I'm going back again. It's been 14 months since I was last in London, and quite honestly, I'm dreading it. You know, I haven't really thought about it much lately. I think I'm subconsciously protecting myself by not thinking about it, because and I've just been so busy the last few months with Mexico and Canada and everything. When I go back, I'm staying with a friend of mine that I used to work with in Slough, which is literally just outside of London, really to the west of London, for a week, and then I'm going to see my family for the first time in 2 years for Christmas. So that bit I'm quite excited about. But there's, you know, and this is going to sound really awful, but any long-term traveller will say the same thing. When you go back home, Mexico City's my home. There's this feeling of that you've changed so much, but everyone else is still the same. They're still talking about the same thing, still talking about doing the lottery, still doing the same job, still having the same problems. And that sounds really awful, I know it does, but that's the truth, it happens. So I'm worried about, not so much worried, but I'm just conscious of the fact that I'm going to have to bite my tongue a lot, bite my lip, whatever the saying is, and not necessarily say something that I regret. Luckily I'm only there for a couple of weeks. I think everyone is clear that I'm not going home, I'm just going back for Christmas, and I've also got some other things to sort out, like bank card problems and a new driving licence, which I lost in Malaysia a year ago. Time has gone so quickly, but it should be good. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Benita. You might see her in a video, hopefully. I'm looking forward to doing a few videos in London and also down in Devon, where my family live in the countryside. I'm not from there, I'm from London. Yeah, so I'm full of dread, but at the same time I'm quite calm about it. It's not going to be horrendous. In my heart of hearts, I miss Mexico City. I am Mexican. I am a chilango. Is that the right word? I think it is. A resident of Mexico City. Yes, amigos. So I'm looking forward to getting back to Mexico. I've said before I'm going back there to live, hopefully next year, long term. Yeah, and that's it really. That's how I feel about it. So I've got about an hour and a half, I think, for my flight to Gatwick. We're going to talk a bit about airports when I get there, and also how to get from Gatwick to Heathrow on the bus, which I'm hoping is going to work out. See you in a bit. Right, I'm triggered. Of course, I'm in London, London Gatwick, South Terminal. I'm triggered mainly because I'm tired and exhausted. I'm still in the same clothes that I was in Canada. If you're coming to London, airports in London, London Heathrow, London Gatwick, London Stansted, London Luton and London City. The only two that are actually in London, in my eyes, are London Heathrow, which is where I'm basically from. I grew up around the corner, and London City. If you're flying to London, then it's probably going to be more expensive. Hello. It's probably going to be more expensive for you to fly into Heathrow and out of Heathrow. So a lot of budget flights, like the one I've got today, come to Gatwick. I'm getting a mega bus. I booked it through EasyBus, which is a branch of EasyJet, I believe. Mega bus, really cheap. It's £5.50. I'll put the details below in US dollars and Mexican peso. Mexican peso. I can't even speak. So yeah, there's little information about buses. So I need to get to Heathrow, then I'm getting a taxi to my friend's house. So there we go, Megabus Heathrow. That company there, National Express, is another one that you can get if you're going elsewhere in the UK, like down to Devon, for example, where I'm going, Oxford, Birmingham, Manchester, whatever. It's a bit more expensive though, that one, so just look on the website. If you are arriving at Heathrow and you're looking to get into central London, you can get an Oyster card or use a contactless debit card on the tube, the London Underground. I did a whole series of videos about this, so check out the link up above in the card. I'll put the link in the description below, so you can check all those videos out about how to get the tube in London. How helpful am I? Yes, I did those videos about a year ago. Boom!